In the previous video, I've broken down 3 foundational training pillars for physical excellence: strength, mobility, and cardio training. This is part 2 of the video, offering training splits that you can program your workout into for overall well-being. Here's a weekly training split that anyone can use as a general structure for holistic training. In a week, you'll be training each pillars 4 times. Each session will be approximately 1 hour. In a day, you'll ideally be training twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. I say ideally because everything in the program can be and should be customized and scaled into individual level and schedule. Meaning if you are a beginner, you can start by training all 3 pillars once per week, then scale it to 2, 3, and 4 times a week. The general idea is that you'll be training mobility every day, and strength and cardio training will alternate on each day. All 3 pillars will have a pattern of the following: 3 endurance training topped by 1 higher intensity training. For strength, you'll be doing 3 sessions of high rep bodyweight endurance training. Personally, I like to integrate push and pull movement as a superset. For example, I will do 5 pull-ups and 10 push-ups as one combined set and do a total of 6 sets together, and move on to the next superset of exercises. For lower body days, I would typically do high repetition of around 20 to 30 reps of body squats, lunges, and superset of calf and tibia raises. Then I would include at least 1 weighted session in a week focused on compound movement of choice. I tend to focus on lower body, so I'll be starting with cleans, back squats, front squats, and deadlifts. The weights don't necessarily have to be heavy, but the quality of the movement is always a bigger priority. For cardio training, same principle applies. 3 low-intensity endurance running focused on long distance, typically with slower pace and lower heart rate, and 1 faster running, shorter distance but more challenging pace. For example, I would do a 8 to 12 kilometer slow run 3 times and 1 faster pace run in a week. Heart rate or running pace can be a good indicator of training intensity. I would target my endurance training to be at heart rate of between 145 to 165 beats per minute, and faster running to be between 160 to 190. Nevertheless, heart rate can vary greatly person to person, so try not to rely on the number too much. Rather, focus on how you feel during and after the run. Mobility training, unlike other pillars, would be recommended to be trained every day as much as possible. That's because stretching, especially passive stretching, works complementary for the recovery process from other training pillars. So on passive days, you would perform a slow, passive yoga-like stretching, focusing on lengthening your muscles. Slow breathing and becoming aware of muscles are a top priority. On active days, you will incorporate weights and movement more like a strength training style. Doing a split squat of 5 reps per side, doing 5 sets is an example. This was a general structural guideline that anyone can refer to for building their own training split and program that is focused on holistic hybrid training. Because this is a general guideline, you have the freedom to adapt to your own focus, level of training, schedule, and taste of your training. Have this as a structure, yet give yourself room to wiggle and adjust the program as you wish. That means some weeks you will put more focus on weight training and some weeks more on running. Remember, our focus is on building habits to integrate training as a lifestyle that you can devote to for a long term with consistency that will help you govern your body and ultimately your minds. Drastic change can happen, but that isn't necessarily our goal here. So please focus on consistency with persistency.